Hello everyone, thank you for joining me today. So hello, I'm Miss Ward, I'm the Year 1 class teacher and assistant principal at Salisbury Manor, and today we're going to be speaking a little bit about mental health and wellbeing, and that's the mental health and wellbeing of us as adults and also our children. So firstly, just a little bit about what mental health and wellbeing is. So we all have mental health just as we have physical health. So as we would explain to our children and to our friends that we must look after our physical health, if we've got a cold, we take medicine. If we're feeling under the weather, we rest. That's the same with our mental health. So we need to make sure that we are taking care of our mental health and looking after it just the same as we would with our bodies and our physical health. So being mentally healthy means that we feel good about ourselves and that we can make and also keep positive relationships with others. So it's about us understanding our emotions, understanding ourselves, and also being able to comfortably interact and engage with others. And with the emotions, it's about understanding a range of emotions, so happiness, sadness, anger. And it's about understanding that all of these emotions are okay. We're not saying that you've got bad mental health if you get angry. It's not that at all. But it's understanding the way these emotions affect you, the way they make you feel, and also being comfortable in knowing, actually, I'm feeling angry today, or I'm feeling a bit sad today, or I'm over the moon today and I'm feeling really excited. It's about us having that understanding of our emotions. So good mental health allows us to cope with life's ups and downs, to feel in control of our lives, and to ask for help from others when we need support. So our mental health and well-being is important at any time of the year, any year. But obviously this year and the previous year has been a very difficult year for lots of people due to coronavirus and all of the changes that have been happening within our lives. So now more than ever, it is really, really important to start the conversation about mental health and well-being. So our first point is to get talking. So start that conversation, talk about mental health and well-being. So just as we would say to our friends or our children, oh, you're feeling a bit down, why don't you go out for a run? Or you're feeling hungry, eat. Or you've got a bad tummy, have a rest. It's the same with our mental health. So we need to start talking about that. So one way that you can help those people around you, and especially your children, is to start having those conversations. Oh, actually, I'm feeling a little bit sad today because of this. Oh, I'm so happy today because this is going to happen. So it's starting those little conversations, speaking about emotions, and that allows the children to understand that all emotions are okay. It's okay to have these emotions. So for instance, if you're sharing that sometimes you feel sad too, when they feel sad, they'll know, actually, that's okay. I can feel sad. And then we've just got a little quote over here. So speak to your child as if they were the wisest, kindest, most beautiful and magical humans on the earth. For what they believe in is what they become. So the way that you speak to your children, the way that you make yourself available for your children makes them feel special and makes them feel brilliant. And that's what we want them to do. So carrying on with the talking point, obviously, not all the time you're going to want to ask, how are you feeling today? And sometimes if we asked a direct question, such as how are you feeling today, that might make our children shut down or not want to talk to us. So there are just a few different prompts on here. So is there anything you want to talk about? Where is a place you feel safe? I really love this question over here because it can surprise you with what the children come out with, and they may not say a physical place. They may say, I feel safe when I'm around my family, or I feel safe when it's nice and quiet. So it's really interesting to have a discussion about where we feel safe. Can you think of anything fun that we can do at home? So get them excited about being at home and having that opportunity to spend with the people that live with them. And then I really like this one as well. What have you enjoyed about today? So sometimes, especially if we've had not the greatest day, it can be easy to dwell on all of the negatives and the things that have happened. But in every single day, there is at least one thing that you would have enjoyed about today. So today, for instance, I know that on my drive into work, the sky looked gorgeous. So we had beautiful red orange skies this morning, and I thought, oh, that looks lovely. And that was one thing already before I even got to work that I enjoyed. So that will be an interesting one to talk to your children about as well. So here at Salisbury Manor Primary, what are we doing? So wellbeing activities are included in our curriculum anyway. So our curriculum offers lots of chances for children to develop understanding around their emotions, understanding about their well-being, and also strategies to help them to cope with their emotions and to know what to do when they're feeling a bit different or when they're not feeling their usual self. So that's already incorporated into our curriculum, but particularly now we do have a bigger focus on that because of the changes, and that will affect emotion. So we are having a bigger focus. So we also have lessons focused on teaching strategies to understand and cope with different feelings and emotions. And at the moment, obviously, most of our children are at home, but we have daily virtual contact with the class teacher. So if your child is online each day, then obviously they will be seeing their class teacher or a member of our staff each day. If they are not, then you are getting daily phone calls to your home just to check that everything's okay. This is not to pressure anybody or to put anybody under pressure in that sense, but we need to make sure that all of our families are okay. So we want to have that daily contact with our families, with our children, so that we know you're okay, and that is our responsibility as a school to check on everybody. And also with the virtual contact with your class teacher each day, if there is anything that comes up that your child wants to share with their teacher, they're feeling a little bit low or they're feeling a little bit worried about something, they can always stay on the video at the end of the lesson and just say to the teacher, can I speak to you at the end? And 100% sure that all of the teachers will make that time for the children, because that's what we're here for at the end of the day. We are here for the children. And if there is something else that you feel you need to share with the school, then please either email in or call into the school and somebody will get back to you as soon as they can. So also at Salisbury Manor Primary, we are introducing Thrive into our setting. So Thrive is an approach that looks at the different emotions and the behaviours that we display. There is lots of science and research behind Thrive and how it works. It looks into the child development theory and attachment research, so how our emotions affect us as we are growing up, how life events impact us. And the one thing I do love about Thrive is that it's really, really focused on creativity and play. So it's not let's sit down and talk about our emotions all the time. It's let's feel this, let's talk about this. What colour would you be today? If you could pick a weather to reflect your emotions, what would it be? Would you be a sunshine because you're feeling really happy and excited today? Or would you be a thunderstorm because you're just feeling very, very down today and you feel like thunder? You will receive more information on the Thrive approach over the next few months as we embed this more into our school. And then ways to support at home. So just as we get to this point, I would like to say a huge thank you to everybody that is on this call and also all of our other families as well. You have been doing such a fantastic job at home. We understand that this is not usual circumstances and this is not what you would usually be doing, but we cannot thank you enough for all of the support you are providing in getting your children online, getting them to try and carry on with their usual curriculum and their usual work, and also contacting us. So I know that lots of you have been into contact with us to update us on what is working at home and how things are going. So thank you so much. We understand that it's not the easiest task to be at home, but we really, really appreciate the support. So there are some other ways that you can support at home to help your child with their mental health and well-being at the moment. And here are just a few examples. So the first thing is spend time with your child. I understand how busy our days are, how busy our lives can get, and especially at the moment our children are on their learning during the mornings and a bit in the afternoon, and then I'm sure you're busy with other things around the house and cooking and cleaning and bits like that. But it's really important to try and set a section of time each day that you can spend purely just you and your child or your children. It could be doing something as simple as talking, or I know lots of people have taken up new hobbies such as cooking or even some knitting I've heard about, which is an interesting one. And possibly going for a walk. So we are inside lots and lots at the moment. It's really helpful if you can and you're allowed to go out at the moment. Go out for a walk. What can you hear? What can you see? What do you notice? What's the weather like? Or even just go for a walk and be in complete silence. Sometimes it's nice to just walk around and notice everything around us. There are also lots of different mindfulness activities that you can complete, such as you could do some breathing activities, you could take part in some yoga practice, you could complete some mindful colouring or drawing, and even dance into some music. So sometimes I think the best feeling ever is to put on some of your favourite music and just dance it out. And then also find what works for you and your family. What will work for one family may not work for all families, and you need to find what's right for you and your family. And then right at the bottom, the most important thing is, as adults, you must take care of your health and well-being too. So we need you to be okay and feel happy and well before you can take care of everybody around you. And I think very often, lots of people do forget that you need to take care of yourself too. So you need to put yourself as a priority too. I've just got a few pictures on here of some of the ways to support at home that I just shared. So going for a walk, completing some colouring or some relaxation activities, some breathing. I know we really like the breathing in my class in year 1. We've done wood chopper breathing or back-to-back breathing, and this one here is really cool. It's elephant breathing, and it gets them to move their bodies and have a big breath in, which can relax them. And then you could take up a new hobby, or even just talking can help too. And here, it's okay to ask for help. Nobody should ever feel ashamed or worried about sharing how they're feeling or asking somebody for a bit of support. So this week in particular is Children's Mental Health and Wellbeing Week. So there is a particular focus on different activities for our mental health and well-being, and there are a few things that will be shared throughout the week with your children, and this is one of them. So ELSA Support February Express Yourself calendar. So on this calendar, it's just a few different ideas, one thing a day that you could do to get you thinking about your well-being. Okay, so we're coming to the end now, but I would just like to say that if you ever feel that you need support, there are lots of places that are here to help. So firstly, come into school, come and speak to us, call up, speak to us. We are here to listen. If there's something you're concerned about or something you want to share, or you want to ask for guidance or advice on something, we are more than happy to listen. Call into the office or email, leave a message, and somebody will get back to you as soon as they can. If you feel that the school is not the right place for the support that you need and you feel that you need to go somewhere else, there are lots of different websites and numbers on the screen at the moment as well. So there are things that you can access and take advantage of if you feel that they can benefit you. Okay, we will also be adding this call onto our school website and some information on mental health and wellbeing and what we do at Salisbury Manor onto the website too. So please feel free to have a look on there in the next few days, and you'll be able to watch this over again if you want to, or look for more information. Thank you so much for joining us today. If you do have any questions, any further questions or anything like that, please come and speak to us in school.